want to do week one, or do you want to do our bold predictions first?
Oh, let's do bold prediction.
All right. These are not just your average everyday, I think the Bengals are going to win the division type predictions. These are things that, a lot of people won't see coming, basically, is
Right.
what we're saying here. So I think I have 7 or 8, and then we've also got our predictions for award winners as well, but we'll start with some bold predictions. I will go ahead and lead it off. We'll go back and forth. I am going to start it off over in the AFC East, and I believe that before the end of this season, Mac Jones will be benched.
Really?
As the starting quarterback. Yes. I don't see it with him. I could be completely wrong and obviously. But last year he had a defensive / special teams coaches calling his plays. So,
Right.
maybe that hindered him quite a bit. He didn't play a lot in the preseason, but I just don't think it's there with him. I think by the end of the year, they go with either Bailey Zappi or, depending on how bad the year goes, they might even bring in that kid, the receiver / quarterback that looked pretty good in the preseason. But that's my first prediction: is Mac Jones gets benched before the end of the season.
That's a bold statement. Bold statement, Cotton. Hope it works out for you. I'll start with one I just thought of. I just put it on the dock, but we're gonna go to the same. Is that the same division? I believe so. Sure is. Same team, even.
Oh,
I think Zeke becomes the starter.
I could
think
see that.
I think he outworks Stevenson. Is that how you pronounce it?
Ramonde Stevenson, yeah.
Stevenson, yep. I can never remember his first name. And becomes their 3 down back and relights the fire with his new number and his new haircut and his new team. And
What is he, 30?
29, yeah, 29, 30.
He's right around there, yeah. I
Yeah,
could see that. And
yeah,
Belichick's going to give him plenty of opportunities, just the way that
absolutely.
he likes to change it up.
Yeah, I mean, and Juju supposedly is hurt now.
Yeah, got a knee issue.
I mean, they're going to need to run the football, and the Patriots have always ran the football pretty well.
Yeah,
and it's a 1-year contract. He's looking to get paid before he retires. I think he goes out there and he wins the job by week 4. By week 4.
Wow, you're not fucking around.
Nope.
No, I could see it.
That's not no injuries. That's just plain talent. Not
just overtakes him. Okay.
Right.
All right. I'm gonna save that one for my my Steelers fans here. Gonna go over to the AFC West. The San Diego Chargers are going to be in the 7 to 8 win range, and their head coach will be fired either during the season or on Black Monday. I just don't see it with their coach. He makes some really boneheaded moves. And while I do think Justin Herbert is a stud, and so is Austin Eckler, just, I don't know, the way the AFC stacks out, their division is tough as well. I just think the Chargers aren't quite there yet, and I think they're going to struggle mightily, and head coach is going to be let go. If not in the middle of the year, he's going to be one of the first Black Monday casualties.
So who takes over? Who's interim?
Well, I guess it depends on which side of the ball is doing better. If the offense is clicking and the defense is choking it away, then, they might go with the OC. Other than that I have no idea.
So, Kellen Moore is the OC.
Oh, is he? Well,
Yep.
that he would be a decent candidate.
He's been talks about have been interviewed for head coaching jobs, talks of him being a head coach someday. That I would agree with that prediction. That could be a very interesting way for him to get his shot
Yeah. I think
because
even if
with
I'm wrong,
Herbert and Mike Williams and Eckler, that the offense, it's hard to believe it's going to be better or worse than the defense.
yeah, they've got some weapons. Their receivers, are still kind of hit and miss. Like
Yep.
one game, those receivers are awesome. Then the next game, they disappear. They're getting older.
Right.
I just, I think they're going to miss the playoffs, and I think that they are going to be done with the head coach. I think that last year's comeback by the Jags is going to weigh heavily on the front office, and if they don't produce a playoff berth, I think they're going to cut bait. So,
I can get behind that one.
yep. Yours?
We're going to go to the NFC West. Christian McCaffrey, 20 total touchdowns.
If he stays healthy,
stretch.
I can see it.
It's not a stretch. Brock Purdy's he's gonna check down. He's gonna be hitting Kittle. He's gonna be hitting CMC on the flat. They got him last year. They paid him a bunch of money. He's good. Everybody on the internet is projecting him to get the most touches. And I think he's going to turn him into touchdowns. Yeah, I think he's going to turn him into touchdowns. I mean, he's a PPR master.
Yep.
The
whole thing with C-Mac is health.
Yeah.
If he stays healthy for a whole year, he's without a doubt the best overall player in the NFL.
Right. And I almost went with 23 to 25 touchdowns in a 17-week season, but there's going to be some games where he doesn't get any, or maybe just one.
What's the record?
Oh, boy.
Somebody broke Emmett's. Emmett had the record, and then I think somebody got him. I think LT got him. I'm pretty sure Tomlinson beat Emmett's record for touchdowns in a season. I don't know if anybody's beat Tomlinson's record.
31 in 2006, LaDainian Tomlinson.
Okay. 31. Wow.
John Alexander with 28 in 2005. Priest Holmes with 27 in 2003.
Oh, damn, I thought
Emmitt Smith 25 in 1995.
Maybe it was rushing touchdowns. I thought LT took it from Emmett, but obviously not. There were a couple others that got him after that.
That's single season touchdown. That's all touchdowns.
Total touchdowns, yeah. 31's a lot. Yeah, I don't see. Of course, with a 17-game season, anything is possible if he stays healthy.
Right.
So, yeah, 20
very,
total, very attainable.
Right.
However, I'll go and stay in that division as well. Brock Purdy, keeping with the same category, I guess, will be benched. His name isn't Tom Brady, so there's a reason he was the last pick in the draft.
Right.
He was decent at Iowa State, but not great.
Sure.
I think he benefited from A, a great defense, and B, great weapons around him, and C, nobody knew who the hell he was and what he could do. Now teams have, a lot of tape on him. He's coming off that injury. I think there's going to be a big regression there, and I think they're going to make the decision that if they want to stay in the race, they're going to need to switch it up and go with Sam Darnold.
Well, when was the last time a seventh-round pick made it to the playoffs as a quarterback?
When was the last time?
Yeah.
Last year. You
right.
mean before that?
It's the only time.
Oh, really? Wow.
I think without Googling it.
As
I
a
think
rookie anyway, or in general?
anybody, a 7th-round quarterback ever making it to the playoffs.
Wow, that's impressive though. Well, it all starts Sunday because he's going to be sacked 6 times. So there's a little subsection of the bold predictions. Pittsburgh's going to sack him 6 times. Write it down.
That would be awesome.
Oh, yes, you fucking A right, it would be.
I don't care what defense it is or what quarterback. I love watching a defensive line eat the
Just
quarterback.
destroy, yes.
I love it. It's my favorite thing in the world.
All right, yours.
Seattle Seahawks. Geno shits the bed. They fall apart. It was a 1-year fluke. Well, it's not the boldest of predictions, but I'm talking just tank. Just possibly benched.
Yeah. I believe I even said that when we did our playoff and division predictions. I said that I thought Geno was going to fall off.
Yeah, I think you did.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I don't have them. I don't think they make the playoffs. I think I just don't see it. The backfield's weird. Their wideouts are average.
Average?
Average.
DK Metcalf?
Average. Slightly above average, but still average.
Tyler Lockett is one of those guys that like he's ho-hum, and then he just makes a fucking spectacular play.
Oh, sure. I mean, they're professionals. I mean, they're good football players. But when you're talking best in the league, if I give you a 10-line piece of paper and name your top 10 receivers, would a Seattle Seahawks be on it?
No. DK might hover around 10, but Jackson Smith and Jigba might turn out to be something special.
He could,
but again,
I just
not
with Geno as quarterback. No.
Yeah, I agree with that prediction. I definitely could see that happening. Let's see. I did that one. I got a few left. Okay. Jonathan Taylor will be on the field week 5 after he sees what they could become with a quarterback like AR. So I think that they're going to get something done. I think the Colts are going to recognize that they need him. And I think there'll be some meet me in the middle stuff. They'll get a deal worked out for him. And I think that he will come back and play and be a Colt for at least the next 3 or 4 years. I think he will sign an extension, and this will all be water under the bridge.
Yeah.
Not super bold, but depending on which newspaper you read, it could be considered bold, considering the stand that the Colts have taken.
Absolutely.
Hey, what's up, Hunter? You goddamn right.
I don't know. I don't have a bold prediction for him or I'm not even sure if I have one for that division, but if I was to piggyback off it, I think he sits all year. If you want to make a bold prediction.
Yeah.
Irsay doesn't strike me as the guy that just gives in. It would have to be major concessions on JT's part to play football.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's willing to do it. The only thing that, like you said, if they are making a playoff run and they're 6-2 after the first 8 games, maybe. But I don't see that happening.
No. The only thing, like I said, Taylor was all gung-ho. I signed this contract. I'm going to honor it. And then he switched agents. And then we had that running back summit. And that he took his stand. But since then, we have seen what happened with Dalvin Cook, what happened with Ezekiel Elliott. So I think that as they get into the season, he gets healthy and he starts to see, Anthony Richardson out there, and that they, could be a formidable duo in the future. I think he's just going to tell his agent, hey, let's concede a little bit here. Let's get to playing football and work on earning our money. So,
right. Yeah. And weirder things have happened.
yeah. So was that your next bold? Was you piggybacking off of mine, or did you have another one?
No, I got the Baltimore Ravens winning the Super Bowl. Your
Yeah,
favorite
we already talked
prediction
about
of
that
mine.
bullshit. Jesus.
That's super bold. I mean, and it's, if you want to call it a Super Bowl prediction, we'll call it a Super Bowl prediction. But I really think they built to win now. I mean, look what's happened to all the teams that have built to win now. Within a year or two, they won it.
Yeah, the only problem with that is there's a lot of teams this year that are built to win now.
Sure, absolutely.
Like across the board, I can't remember a more on paper competitive NFL.
Right.
You know,
Oh,
it used to be I got okay, you got 3, maybe 4 teams. This year, hell, you got 7 or 8 teams in the AFC alone that
right.
you could
Yeah,
make a
there's 10.
legitimate case for.
Yeah, you got a third at least of the teams that are making a run for it, and
Yeah.
it could be
NFC,
any one of them.
You got 2, and then you got 3 and 4 right, below them, and 3 of those 4 are in the fucking NFC East as far as I'm concerned.
Yep.
The Saints might make some noise too. But yeah, moving on to my next one. Speaking of the Saints, Michael Thomas, after barely playing over the course of the last 3 years, his Twitter handle or X handle, I refuse to fucking call it X. Sorry, Elon. Can't guard Mike. Returns to form. He's finally healthy. I think he goes over, I'll say over 1,100 yards receiving. He's got Chris Olave on the other side, which is going to draw a lot of attention.
Absolutely.
And, so I think Michael Thomas makes a triumphant return to that upper echelon of wide receivers.
I 100% agree with that prediction. 100%. It's still Michael Thomas. He was hurt.
Yeah.
He's young.
Yeah, he's only,
it's not like he's
30 years old.
Right. It's not like he's 35. He's got plenty of gas. Like he's had a year and a half off.
Yeah. No wear and tear on the body. He's finally 100%. I don't think he played at all in the preseason, not because he couldn't, but more because he's just getting ready. I think now watch, he's going to have like 7 catches for 14 yards for the fucking season.
Right.
That's usually how my fucking predictions go.
Let's hope that don't happen for the sake of all my predictions I've been making.
Especially considering I drafted him in most of my leagues.
Yeah.
Did you have one more?
I don't have any more.
Okay. I'll finish this up with my last one. And let me start this off by saying to the people that run Yahoo, that's fucking chocolate milk. Yahoo Fantasy Football.
Chocolate water.
Fuck you. Okay. George fucking Pickens
is the love of your life.
He's about to be. I drafted him in, let's see, I'm in 3 Yahoo leagues and 1 ESPN league. I've got him in 3 of my 4 leagues. In the Yahoo leagues, they called my pick of George Pickens in the 6th round.
The worst pick of the draft?
Pick of the draft. Suck my nuts. Not only is George Pickens not the worst pick in the fucking fantasy football draft, George Pickens is going to have at least 10 fucking touchdowns this season.
That's a bold prediction.
Write it the fuck down. Nobody can guard him, and if you do guard him, he's just going to climb over top of you and catch it. George Pickens and Kenny Pickett have worked all off season to develop this rapport. And while I think Deontay Johnson makes a hell of a comeback, Deontay's still going to be the guy that's going to catch 80 to 100 balls, probably 5-6 touchdowns. When the chips are on the line, when they need a big play, it's going to be George motherfucking Pickens, and he's catching 10 balls, and I can't wait to just slap my dong on the people at Yahoo fucking Fantasy Football for fucking telling me that that's the worst pick in the fantasy draft.